Once again, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the LI Sports Network inside the rinks in Hauppauge, New York. It is simultaneous senior night as Islip and Connetquot Sayville celebrate their seniors here on the LI Sports Network. Dylan Flynn joined by Vinny Matula. If you missed our last game, you missed an insane game, a massive brawl, a 3-2 finish. Ward Melville keeping their season alive. Vin, this game has a lot to live up to.
Yeah, it absolutely does. These are two teams that met in the first round of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League playoffs last year. They've split the season series to this point this year, so you know you got a lot at stake in this one, with both teams looking to improve upon their current playoff position.
Absolutely. We'll address a lot more in the pregame. There is a lot to unpack. But first, we will be on standby as we wait for both teams to honor their seniors. Going to start here with East Islip honoring their seniors. First up, number 28, Dominic Magro.
Yeah, Dominic Magro already improved upon his season total from last year up to 13 points this year. Plays with the Rinks Travel Club and just a real strong player for East Islip this season for them.
Next up, Christian Anatra, or excuse me, Colin Wills.
Yeah, Wills, yeah. He's one of two seniors honored tonight here with no penalty minutes on the season, goal and an assist. He's one of the strong physical players back there on the East Islip defensive group.
Now comes Christian Anatra.
Yeah, he come up from JV, and he's another one we mentioned earlier. He's another one transitioned seamlessly into this varsity division with 8 assists, 9 points total, and actually scored against this Connetquot Sayville team back on their opening night contest. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Don't pull mom down. Following him up, number 74, Joseph Penny.
Yeah, Penny, the other member of the senior group here with no penalty minutes this season. 2 goals, 1 assist, coming up from junior varsity last year. Real good option for them depth-wise going forward down the stretch.
After that will be number 80, Luke Lafada. Or excuse me, number 81, Matthew Brody.
Yeah, 6 assists this season. He's tripled his assist total from last year, and is sure known to be one of the real physical presences out there this season.
After that, number 89, Lucas Ferrazzi.
Yeah, senior playing with the 18U AA Lions. He's got 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points. He had just 8 points last season, Dylan, just now with 8 goals this season.
Matthew Daddario next up, number 91.
Yeah, another big presence for them on the back end there on defense. 3 points total this season, 2 goals. Real strong presence back there for the Chiefs defensive group.
Assistant captain, number 18, Ryan Clark.
Yeah, another strong forward option for them up there. One of the 2 alternates on this team. 7 points total this season, 3 goals, 4 assists for him.
Andrew Worst next up, number 19.
Yeah, playing his hockey travel club with the Junior Islanders Elite program, up to 13 points this season, had 12 last season, so already surpassed that total and looking to be a big piece for them down the stretch.
And then rounding it out, Vin, the longtime player and captain of the Chiefs, number 71, Jesse Burns.
Yeah, arguably the anchor on defense for this Chiefs club. He's eaten plenty of minutes back there for them. 9 points this season compared to his 5 last, so doing a little bit of everything for this Chiefs squad this season.
This Chiefs team looking to roll in the playoffs, make some noise. Got bounced early in the first round last year.
Yep.
Went up to states, had some good showings, but didn't come away with anything. This team wants to be difference makers.
Yeah, definitely. They got the group to do it this year. They got a young, hungry, feisty group, and definitely wouldn't surprise me if we see them late in the February mix there.
Now we'll turn our attention to Connetquot Sayville, kicking things off with number 4, Jackson Tumforty.
Yeah, Action Jackson out there with 9 goals this season, 16 total points. He had just 7 goals, 10 points last season, so real big key contributor for them offensively.
Dylan Treco, number 7, following him up.
Yeah, another member here with 0 penalty minutes on the Connetquot Sayville senior group. It's one of 2 players on this team that has no penalty minutes.
Number 10, Kieran Lenahan, up next.
Yeah, he plays his travel hockey with PAL, 1 assist this season, and the other member with no penalty minutes, and he's made another one. Seamless transition up for junior varsity. There's a lot more off the score sheet for them, and just really plays a full game up and down the rink for the T-Birds.
George Vadjak, number 11.
Yeah, playing with the Whalers he is, and 3 assists this season. Again, one of the members of that defensive group, eating a lot of minutes, is tasked to do a lot every game, night in and night out for them, and he'll look to use the experience from last year and be a strong piece for them in the postseason.
Number 43, Logan Gray, the next to be honored.
Yeah, 2 goals for him this season. Always a good presence out there for the T-Birds, always keeping spirits up on the bench and high energy out of him.
Goaltender, number 46, Nola Tolikowski.
Yeah, previously playing his travel with the Selects there. Had a real good experience last season going up to states with that group, making a real deep run into the postseason, and he'll look to use that experience to his advantage as we get deeper and deeper into this final stretch of action.
Another goaltender, number 53, Jack Keel.
Yeah, last season a little bit of a log jam at goaltending, so he plays with Pat Med last year, now playing with the Royals with his travel club. T-Birds really like this kid, Dylan. It was a big piece for them, and they took a lot to get him back this season, and just a real good kid.
Player up here, number 77, Sean Connolly.
Yeah, get this, Dylan. Stat line last year, go after the regular season, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Wouldn't you know it? Same exact stat line up to this point now for him.
The consistency pays.
That's right.
Now the captain, number 92, Matteo Marchese.
Yeah, undoubtedly, Dylan, one of the most valuable players of this squad this year. First year as captain with the T-Birds, coming with the 18U AAA Junior Islanders squad. 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 total points on defense for the T-Birds.
Not seeing him here tonight, but just want to give a quick shout out to Danny Jung, another senior on this team, number 13.
Yeah, absolutely. He plays with the Junior Islanders Elite program. Goal, 3 assists, 4 points total. Been a real welcome presence for them since he's joined this club.
I mean, as much as this team is going to be graduating a lot of seniors, 10 in total, they have a lot of young depth, a lot of promise in the future.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Guys like Ryan Fleischauer, Matt Campanola, Jack Mercado, they've all come up from junior varsity and just really played to the level that this varsity division calls for, and they'll look to be true mainstays in this division.
We're going to take a second now. After the ceremonies, we're going to line all the players up on the blue line, and so everybody's collecting their team.
The boys trying to warm up here, but
there's going to be plenty of time for that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So East Islip fans may have heard this yesterday. Connetquot, Sayville, for anybody that hasn't already heard. The reason we're doing this is this past weekend, the Nassau and Long Island hockey community was struck with a tragedy when we lost, unfortunately, far too soon, defenseman and captain of the Long Beach Marines, Garen Hagen, in a tragic accident. Garen was a young, promising figure on that Long Beach ice hockey team. We continue to honor him here this week with moments of silence. And what we will do now is turn it over to our PA address announcer. Thank everybody for that. We here at the LI Sports Network are very saddened by this tragic loss, again, gone far too soon, but our hearts are with Garen, his family, his friends, the Long Beach ice hockey team, and the Long Beach community as we try to recover during this hard time.
Yeah, just like we mentioned before in a previous game, Dylan, just such a sad, real unfortunate situation that's come about. And you know, it's just so nice to see both of these counties come together and just unite in this such tragic situation. We understand there's some differences between both the counties here and there, but again, it's just the hockey aspect, the human aspect that just warms our hearts, and it's so special to see it on the ice here these past couple of days.
It's been a touching ceremony all the way through. Now that we've honored Garen, and we will continue to honor him and remember him and keep him in our hearts, we'll get down to what he loved, hockey.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it now. East Islip, Connetquot, Sayville. The East Islip Chiefs come into this game 13-3-2, 28 points in the hunt for first place. They're coming off a massive 10-3 victory over Sachem on senior night.
Yeah, win in any fashion tonight will put them in the top spot in varsity for the time being, and it will put them finishing no lower than third place to a position they'd really like to be in come the postseason.
Absolutely. They have a series split so far with Connetquot Sayville winning game 1 7-1. They lost game 2 3-2, so this is the rubber match.
Yes, it absolutely is. We've talked about this numerous times in the past before, and this one's big going forward. Obviously, these teams are separated by a decent amount of points, but regardless, especially if you're Connetquot here, you want to keep up that confidence after a big shutout victory against Ward Melville last Wednesday night.
If you're East Islip, you win this game, and you win out the rest of your game, so you have one more after this to play. You win that, and Kings Park Colmac goes 1-1. You're the 1 seed.
Yeah, absolutely. It starts tonight with them, and Chiefs are looking to extend their winning streak to 5 and have points in 6 straight here. And they'll look to start with a real tough task here, as both these teams are just well honored on senior night.
You touched on it during the senior ceremony, saying that this group has what it takes for East Islip. They certainly do. They're going to need to limit their penalties, something that they've been prone to taking a lot of. There was a very chippy game on Monday. We'll see if they can calm it down here, and if they can, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Dylan. They're coming off in a real emotional offensive outpour on Monday, so I think for the Chiefs, it's key to keep their emotions in check against a very disciplined Connetquot Sayville team who have taken just 92 penalty minutes, the lowest in varsity this season compared to East Islip's 226, the most.
Connetquot Sayville on the other side, 7-10-1, 15 points coming off that shutout victory over Ward Melville. They're not locked into the 6th seed yet, still jockeying for a position, but they're going to need the offense to get going if they want that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think last Wednesday's game against the Patriots was real encouraging for them. They had a real tough stretch as of late, so looking to see if they can go ahead and build upon that and potentially play spoiler tonight.
That was their first shutout of the season, so we'll see if they can ride that momentum into this game against a super tough East Islip team.
Yeah, we'll see what they have to offer, and going forward, it should be a fun matchup this evening.
Nice crowds on hand here tonight. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, it's Chiefs, it's Thunderbirds, and it's going to be live right here on the LI Sports Network. we get ready to go here. Not only is the playoff race heating up, the players are hot on the ice. On East Islip, Ryan Anatra has been scorching hot. 8-game point streak, 11 goals in that span. On the other side, Andrew Snyder, a JV call-up, has scored in back-to-back games. He's been hot for this Connetquot Sayville team. We'll see if he can keep it going as we get going in Game 2 of our Wednesday night doubleheader. East Islip, Connetquot Sayville, live on the LI Sports Network. Thank you, everybody, for spending your Wednesday night with us. Dylan Flynn, Vinny Matula opening up with East Islip getting a couple tips on net. Sending Jack Keel scrambling, getting the nod in net for the Thunderbirds. His opposition on the other side, Corey McGovern getting the start for the Chiefs in a back-to-back game for East Islip. Sean Connolly wraps this one around. Poked out of the zone. Tom Forty couldn't reach it. Here comes Worst. Ahead to Jesse Burns. Captain of the East Islip squad. Couldn't take that puck in. Now it's Ryan Fleischauer chasing after it. No icing here. Fleischauer reaching for it down below the goal line. Martin chasing Anatra. Down low. Puck gets poked ahead to Ryan Clark. Takes a hit there from Logan Keel. East Islip will get it in. DeLucci trying to swing it around. He can't get it out as Anatra's shot goes wide past the net of Keel. Pops all the way back out. Foot race now. Brody chips it around, finding Anatra. He'll backhand it up to Clark. Ryan Clark trying to get around Ryan DeLucci. Taps to Anatra. Anatra looking for the centering pass. That one got broken up. T-Birds can't take it out. Clark drops to Slattery. His shot turned aside by Keel. The rebound picked up by Slattery in the slot. Back up to Brody. He'll tuck it down low, and the Chiefs will get a change in.
Heads up.
T-Birds reset as the net comes off.
There's our friend Lucky Charms here, Dylan.
One of the more unique referee shirts that we've seen. It looks like it's not permanent, so
No.
again, love to get the story on that. Just not sure how we're gonna get that, but Finn, presence I'm not noticing on the ice, and correct me if I'm wrong, or possibly keep an eye out for him. I'm not seeing Thomas Ivers here, the league's leading assist getter.
No, I didn't see him either in warm-ups, and we'll see if he makes a late return here, a late entrance, I should say.
So we saw Jake Mangano make a late entrance to the last game. He ended up netting the game winner, keeping Ward Melville's season alive.
Right.
Certainly somebody that the Chiefs will miss dearly, but we'll see if they can make do without him. Logan Gray trying to shovel it out of the zone. LaFada tying him up. LaFada taking down below the goal line. Going around, LaFada with Marizito in front. LaFada, as it poked away, it gets whacked out of the zone. Wills gonna retreat. Pass intercepted. Snyder over the blue line. Snyder throwing one on towards the net. Sticked aside by McGovern. Brent Burde waiting for it. Gets it down low. It banks off the boards. Some help from Wills. Kept away from McGovern. Connolly now sending pass over. Shot, save McGovern. Rebound, Connolly's shot deflected up into the rafters.
And here's your latest save here from McGovern. Real good chance in front. You go.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you're just going to get it along the boards here. Quick pass across, just manages to squeak through. Good challenge by McGovern, too, top of the crease. Good save there.
I'm going to say these East Islip fans have shown up in a trove of energy, noisemakers, plenty of people packing the stands, flags, signs. Fleischauer now sending one in front, never made it to McGovern, but it's got a playoff-like feel to it.
Yeah.
As we charge towards the playoffs, these two teams firmly in the hunt. East Islip and Connetquot Sayville both have their spots locked up to the dance.
Sounds like those noisemakers the Tampa Bay Lightning have come playoff time, too.
Don't remind me.
You and me
Don't
both.
you remind me.
You and me
That
both.
brings back some bad Game 7 memories as an Islanders fan. Having those rain down upon our players. As Farazi's shot. Worst tipped it. Leave off the mask of Kiel. Stays out regardless. Worse now. Getting some help up top from Burns. Down to Farazi. Tough angle shot. Up into the netting, out of play.
All right, Dylan, I'll notice too. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not seeing Anthony Pepe on the bench for the Chiefs either.
A number 21 on the ice. Big scores missing for East Islip. Connetquot Sayville smell the blood in the water.
We'll have to see if they can take advantage of some known names here.
Anatra, pass too hot for Burns. Logan Kiel now in a foot race with Daddario. Daddario will turn it around for Burns. He'll turn it for Clark, and now Kiel and Burns get into it behind the play. The other side, Kiel behind the play. Burde seeing him. Kiel gets around Daddario. Daddario losing his stick. Kiel gets through Burns. Kiel trying to push to the net, couldn't do so. Here we go with the chippiness. Oh, Jesse Burns laying a hit, and we're gonna get round 2 here. Oh, yep, it's breaking loose. We saw it get ugly in the Game 1 of the Wednesday night doubleheader. Starting to get ugly right off the bat in Game 2.
Oh, they're going still. Oy. Kiel and Burns are off to the side. Oh my gosh. Something about these Wednesday nights, Dylan.
I guess
don't
so.
know.
Zachary Martin. Ryan Anatra behind the play. Those two scuffling.
Anatra's the last guy you want in the box, too, if you're East Islip.
You're going to lose Anatra and Burns.
Oy.
So no Ivers, no, wow.
Ooh.
No Anatra to the penalty box. Anatra to the bench.
Aha.
Wow. Still, though, losing Jesse Burns to the penalty box, big when you already do not have Thomas Ivers and Anthony Pepe.
Yeah, I assume Martin's going to go here, too, so this might even out? Maybe not.
And Kiel's going to the bench. Martin is also going to the bench. So it's just going to go Connetquot Sayville power play.
Maybe.
First power play of the game goes to the T-Birds.
Yeah, maybe just the cross check down low is all they get on that one.
They're inputting it still into the score sheet. Head contact for Jesse Burns.
Oh, hang on. Gonna hold up here. 2 guys in the box, so that might mean Burns getting a 2 and 10.
Daddario as well now. He might have been in that fray, so maybe a separate penalty to Daddario.
Let's see.
Upcoming here on the score sheet is the answer. Who would have thought? Fight night here on the LI Sports Network. Nope. Good call, Vin. 2 and 10.
Oh, yeah. That's, again, not a guy you want in the box for 10 minutes. And yep, when you know it, Martin's going in the box, too.
Burns will be done for the period.
So it should still be a 5-on-4 regardless.
Martin also getting 10. So he's done for the first period.
Dylan, I will say, I do like this by the referees here, kind of getting a grasp on the game early. I get it, it's senior night, the emotions are high, but...
And now Joseph Penny going to the box. So what do we have here? Because Daddario's in the box, but we still have 5-on-4, so is Daddario getting a separate penalty?
It might be a 10 for him as well, in all honesty.
Interestingly enough, because Anatra was wrapped up in that fray.
Yeah.
But regardless, Connetquot Sayville power play starts with Andrew Worst, shorthanded to the net, kick save, Jack Kiel. Big save for the senior to open up this odd man chance as another one off the chest of Kiel from Farazi.
2 good saves there.
Here come the Thunderbirds now. Fly shower, up the left wing, works through the bump. Fly shower dropping for Tom 40, put it off the leg pad of McGovern.
It's a really smart play right there. If you catch McGovern cheating there, then who knows? That might be in the back of the net.
It's a smart play indeed. It's now Vadyak. Gets around for Razi. Sending his pass ahead into the skates of Tom 40. Fly shower will pick it up, send it all the way around. Can Vadyak get there? He can, yes he can. Can he keep it in again? He can. Now he'll wind up a slap shot, and the rebound pushed wide by McGovern. Players tie up. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Tum 40 rescues it out. Connolly walking in, shooting. His shot never made it there. And the Chiefs get the clear down the ice. Foot race now. Lafada, Vadjak. Chips it ahead. Keel overskates it. They score! Luke Lafada takes the turnover, puts it home, and the Chiefs are out to a 1-0 lead.
Well, this is why you hustle up and down the ice, and it's just good work by Lafada down low. Vadjak actually comes away with this puck, Dylan. Keel not able to collect it himself. His brother Keel thinks he's going around the net, doesn't realize it's at the side of the net. Lafada scores this one shorthanded. Chiefs up 1-0.
Tough break there for Connetquot Sayville. Luke Lafada.
Heads up.
As this one hits the glass right in front of us, that could have been really bad.
Had a little bit of everything happen tonight, Dylan. Heads up.
So Luke Lafada kicks us off here in game 2. 6th goal of the season. Interestingly enough, only has scored goals this season, has not picked up an assist.
Wow.
Mercado now dropping back to pick this one up. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Mercado taking it himself over the blue line. Mercado getting low, turns it over to Lena. Lena trying to clear it out. Esposito can't keep it in. Hops over his stick. Anatra onto the ice to even the odds. Back to 5-on-5. Mercado trying to keep it away. Clark drops to Magro. Dominic Magro gets down to Ryan Anatra. Burde can't clear it out. Second chance pushed onto the stick of Slattery. He'll reset here. On crashing Snyder. Forced him to move it. Magro touched it. Taken by Lenahan. Lenahan feeding it through Lena. Gets below the goal line. Lenahan picking it back up. Feeding in front. Swatted away by McGovern. Back up top. Mercado. Has it taken away by Anatra. Ryan Anatra in. He shoots. He scores! Ryan Anatra, 9 straight games with a point, extends the lead 2-0.
Dylan, how deadly is this kid coming down the wing on transition? We've seen it so many times this year. Takes advantage of a careless play at the blue line, and he's just going to make no mistake on this shot here. Down the wing, beautiful release, blocker side, and the Chiefs double their lead about halfway through the first period.
Anatra from Magro, that law firm hooked up on Monday night. Anatra's 19th goal of the season.
Wow.
A stellar year for that young man.
Special player, and the best part is he got a whole other year to go.
Worse now, not done, lets his shot go, blocked away by Vadjak. Here comes Dylan Trecco, letting one go wide of the net. Vin, we saw him in the ceremony, but I haven't seen him out here on the ice. Matteo Marchese is absent.
Oh, yeah.
This shot turned towards the net, locked down before it reached McGovern. I don't see him on the bench
Neither
either.
do I, yeah.
Interesting.
We'll keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out there. Yeah, Marizito now below the goal. Trying to get around Vadjak. Stolen away by Vadjak. Pass ahead for Gray. Knocks off his stick. And this is going to go for icing. Dominic Magro picking up that assist on the Anatra goal. I spoke to Dominic Magro's father a couple weeks ago. Just after the broadcast, we sometimes get parents that come up and say hi, and always love when people come and introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Means the world to us.
Of course.
But he gave us a little bit of a tip that this East Islip team, their success isn't just luck.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
Absolutely.
This team, during the summers, in the midst of COVID, during, shutdown times, they would meet at Dominic Magro's house and play roller hockey in his driveway. The whole East Islip team So they really want to get better, and they really want to make noise this season.
Oh, 100%. It's music to my ears, too. Played college roller all the three years at school for myself, and it's a real nice way to stay in shape, especially during those summer months when you're not on the ice, and it's just a real phenomenal thing to hear, and the success is translated on the ice to this point this season.
It absolutely has. They are one of, if not the top team in the varsity division right now, looking to claim that mantle tonight with a win. They're off to a good start, up 2-0.
Absolutely. There we go.
Lafada now trying to extend the lead with a drop pass to Clark. His shot swallowed up by Keel in the glove.
Yeah, and to your point on Marchese, Dylan, he's not serving that minor in the box, not on the bench. Maybe an equipment issue, because he did come out for the rose ceremony, so something to watch.
East Islip now with Worst, getting it down to that man Magro, feeding it back to Worst in the slot. Shot blocked away by Vadyak. Their sticks meet, and Keel out of his net trying to catch it as it came down from the heavens. Never hit a ceiling beam, so it's still in play now as Keel comes the other way. What an interesting play right there. Almost disastrous on behalf of Connetquot Sayville. They do avoid and now look to respond.
Look for Snyder here.
Vadyak couldn't keep that in. Worst, Magro to his left. Worst lost it off his stick, but he regains. Magro parking himself in front. It's Worst circling out.
Good read.
Anatra trying to join the fray, but it's stolen away. Mercado over the blue line. Lets it go. Flex wide. Now East Islip with Anatra. One of the hottest players in all of Suffolk County right now, Ryan Anatra, through the circle, trying to send one in front. Banks off the side of the net. He recollects. Other circle now. Trying to go backdoor feed, looking for Marizito. He picks up again. Anatra shoots, save, Keel, rebound, picked up by Logan Keel. Keel loses it to Farazi. Farazi now lets it go. It got through Keel, but it comes out the other side. Another return feed through the crease. East Islip, an onslaught of shots. Nothing new here for this Chiefs team.
Nope.
They will let it go. Mercado now coming into the slot, letting his shot go blocked. Lenahan looking for Burde. He gets it. His shot goes wide. Gray gets to it. Gray throwing it in front, deflects on net, and McGovern swallows it up.
Yeah, good on him there. Good anticipation to just settle that down, relax, and keep things calm while they're up 2 still. Getting later in the first here.
Penny trying to step to that one, poke it free. It flies up over the zone, and Clark will take it out to center. Ryan Clark loses it to Flyshower. Ryan Flyshower, leading scorer for this Connetquot Sayville team. As East Islip comes the other way now, it's Clark to Lafada, back to Clark. He lets one go, sliding save, Jack Keel. .310 to go here in the first. Luke Lafada, Ryan Anatra, the goal scorers for East Islip, have them out to a 2-0 lead. Simultaneous senior night for both East Islip and Connetquot Sayville. Both these teams on track to make the playoffs. Just a couple games left as Tom Forty's shot turned aside by McGovern. Here it comes around, Vadyak keeps it in, gets down to Flyshower, he lets it go, and it got a piece of McGovern deflected wide. Flyshower takes back, try to hand for Tom Forty. Tom Forty tied up. Delucci gave ground, it comes over to Vadyak. He'll skate in, East Islip trying to sneak a little bit of a change. Vadyak tripped up. Logan Keel couldn't reach that one. Connolly will turn it around. He'll find Flyshower with some space. Flyshower through the left circle. His shot blocked by Brody. Back up to Lucci. Slap shot. Never made it through.
Heads up.
Farazi ahead. Worst can't get it to him. Connolly steals it back. Connolly gets wiped out, but still gets it low. Keel looking for the blind pass. Had Fly Shower parked in front. They couldn't connect. Worst now over the blue line, up the right wing. Recollects, sending in front, tapped on and wide, I believe, by a crashing Magro. Brody walking in, he'll let it go, and that one wide off the end boards. Slattery can't keep it in. Snyder had Keel breaking. Slattery recovered nicely. Now they'll come ahead. Slattery dragging, shooting, blocked wide. Anatra feeding in front, and it's pushed off the post. Keel might have gotten a piece of it with the glove, diving back to his left. Anatra now, unrelenting on the offense. Connetquot Sayville can't clear this out. Stepping to it, Slattery, rebound, Clark's shot is in!
Yeah.
It popped up high, landed in the back of the net, little bit of deceiving, but at the end, it's 3-0 East Islip.
Dylan, all this starts because it's a bad change by one of the Connetquot Sayville defenders. Here's the initial shot. Clark's going to get it, pops right up, and I think that just goes, I don't think Anatra touches that. I think that's all Clark on that one. We'll wait for the official confirmation.
Two things. The three, now, the East Islip crowd is alive and well.
Yep.
It looked like Anatra got the tip in front. The third thing, and the most important thing, everyone on Connetquot Sayville's side of the ice wants a high sticking call here,
Right.
and I don't think they're going to have such a luxury. The players immediately beckoned for it. Jack Keel called for it immediately. Not going to get it. The coaches pleading for it. Not going to get it. And it looks like it's going to be granted to Ryan Anatra, his second of the game, 20th goal of the season for number 72.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that replay again when we get the opportunity. But regardless, it's the change there. And Connetquot, it's honestly shooting themselves in the foot this period.
Here he comes again, Anatra. A hat trick in his last game, picked up 4 points. He's got 5 goals in 3 days as he sends one over for Marizito, and his one-timer turned aside by Keel.
Ouch.
Clark laying a hard hit there on Treco. East Islip hands it to the T-Birds. They throw in. McGovern will turn it aside. Trying to deflect Logan Gray away. It's Lenahan. Winning that puck, but giving it right back. Clark now to Marizito. Marizito down low, Anatra. Surveying his options, Anatra. 15 seconds to go to Clark in the low slot. Pops out, Wills, lets it go towards the net, blocked. Tried to be cleared out, Anatra possessing. Anatra over to Lena. Lena gonna walk, gonna have to let it go. Lena does let it go, and a glove save by Jack Keel at the buzzer to conclude period 1. 3 tallies for East Islip, Luke Lafada, and 2 from Ryan Anatra. Bring us to the end of period 1, 3-0 East Islip.
Yeah, Erie, similar to their game back on Monday night. They scored 3 in the opening period as well, really setting the tone early on, and now Connetquot has a real big challenge ahead of them if they want any shot at coming back tonight.
The real Erie thing, Ryan Anatra had 2, and the opening goal scored by Luke Lafada came off a turnover, much like how they did on Monday.
Yep.
We'll take one short break, and then we'll be back with period 2 right here on the LI Sports Network. We're set to begin period 2. One more player of note missing. Matthew Campanola not on the Connetquot Sayville bench. We've deduced that he, Anthony Pepe, and Thomas Ivers, all travel teammates, probably having a travel obligation tonight, the reason for their absence from this game. We open with chants of "Let's go EI" from the Chiefs fans, loving what their team is producing on senior night. Fly shower, tried to poke that ahead. Mercado gonna drop back. Re-pick up, drop for Vajak, and he turns it over. Farazi alone in front, scores! Lucas Farazi on senior night gets his. The lead now 4-0.
Yeah, another player who's hot for East Islip. Dylan, 2 goals, 2 assists on Monday night. Just another careless pass here by the T-Birds in their own zone, and Farazi just takes advantage. Quick release, beats Jack Keel. 4-0 now here, East Islip, early on in the second period.
Unassisted by Farazi, his 9th goal of the season. Man, this just has blueprints of Monday night written all over it. The Chiefs won that one 10-3. Connetquot Sayville looking for any kind of a response now as Brody over to Anatra. Touches up for Magro. Nice move there from Dominic Magro.
That's that roller hockey paying off right there.
It is that roller hockey right there. Quick hands from 28. However, it's lost to the T-Birds, who come ahead with Logan Keel. His shot gets blocked off the end boards, pops back next to McGovern. He'll cover up. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle now. Referees immediately getting in the middle of it. This is the same crew that officiated the game prior, so they're already not going to have it. And the official now is taking, I believe, Christian Anatra over to the box and he's going to put him away.
Maybe a 10 here, or maybe just a regular unsportsmanlike. No, if it's a 10, someone would have to serve it. So yeah, it's just a regular. It's probably just 2 minutes here. No, it might be a 10 because there's 5 out there. Something's got to give, unless he's pulling him. All right.
Brody is heading off now, circling back. No penalty thrown up on the board yet.
Yeah, it's a 10.
10-minute penalty. Connetquot Sayville coaching staff up in arms, wanting a power play. Not going to be rewarded with one.
Ouch.
Hard hit thrown there on LJ Lena as he tried to pop the puck ahead. Vadyak looking to carry in. He will. Now he'll turn, spin one towards the net wide. Lena now will pick up, loft it off the glass. Ethan Burde battling to try and keep it in. He can't. Lafada open the scoring. Coming ahead, turned down by Vajak. Brent Burde navigating his way through his own zone. He gets dumped, and that gets a rise out of the Chief crowd. Vajak to Burde, almost losing it. Getting some help here. His brother Brent, or Ethan rather. Logan Keel now, turn and dump in. Keel gonna hop off. Marizito wanting to go ahead, denied by 2 Thunderbirds on the back check. Connolly gets around Lena, walking in, shooting shot blocked. Connolly now spinning up. Mercado option off the bench. His shot blocked, but he gets it back. Now trying to let it go, blocked again. Mercado a 3rd time. Over to Burde. Off balance 1 time, down low, swung all the way around, and it rides up into the netting.
Boy, Dylan, you aren't kidding as far as this game looking. Granted, I wasn't on the call with you Monday, and I wasn't even on this side Monday night, but I went back and watched it this past day, earlier today, and he does look very eerie similar in the sense of that East Islip started out hot early, a little bit of physicality going on, and you wonder if that plays out the rest of this contest.
I talked about it with you earlier, and it's reiterating itself again. This team going into the playoffs looks like one of the more complete and dangerous teams that we're going to see. I just don't know who or how you're going to beat this team.
Yeah.
They play fast, they play physical. They're starting to clean up the penalties, I'd like to think. But they score with the best of them. Ryan Anatra and Thomas Ivers, Anthony Pepe, Farazi, Lafada, the list goes on. Magro, they've all just been on another level as Penny backhands one on net. This whole team is just clicking on all cylinders at the right time. They're getting it from everywhere. They've now scored 14 goals in their last 2 games as Connolly, walking to the net, gets spun down by Burns. DeLucci off the bench, back down to Flyshower. Flyshower trying to set up Connolly. Gets rejected, he'll turn it back. Connolly now has a couple options. Backdoor some 40, pass just out of his reach. From 40 now, Connolly in the slot, shot under McGovern, and it gets out. Anatra now with Mercado back. Anatra turning one on net. Steered aside by Keel. Clark couldn't take it in. Burns will wait at the red line. He'll take it, send all the way down. DeLucci, Mercado wanting it, not gonna get it. Rejected by Burns. Magro stepping to it, he lets one go. Nice block there by DeLucci. DeLucci almost turning it over again. Taken back here by Flyshower. Dropping for DeLucci, weaving through traffic. DeLucci to the net, his shot. Couldn't make it through Jesse Burns. Ferrazzi ahead. Nice break up there by the Thunderbirds. Mercado waits for an option. Gets around Ferrazzi. Looking for Martin, taken away by Worst. Andrew Worst, the reverse hit on
Look at this,
Zach
there's one guy back
Martin.
here.
Now here come the Chiefs again. Nice glove save, Jack Heel.
Dylan, I don't know what the heck happened for Connetquot. They had one guy back on defense for about 10-15 seconds. I don't know if it was just miscommunication on the bench or if someone pinched up, but look at this. It almost turns into a practical 3-on-1. Thankfully, Keel with the great glove save to bail them out there.
Trying to be a little more aggressive. We've said this team not one to take the aggressive chances. They play slightly more on the conservative side. They'll single and double you to death if possible, but not going to be possible here tonight. Already down 4-0 as this one thrown in, deflected on net. Gonna have to take those chances, really trying to push through the neutral zone, get into the offensive zone. They've not had an easy time establishing their 5-on-5.
Yeah, and especially now being down 4-0. I mean, granted, still plenty of time in this game. We've seen crazier things happen, not just this season, but in general. But, you know, it's got to start somewhere, and you got to just hold your own zone in some way, shape, or form. Because we've seen how lethal Islip is in transition, too.
That's the reason I say that. I don't know how you're stopping this team because they're figuring out all aspects of the game. A question mark for us early on was, can they play 5-on-5? They've really started to establish it now as Marizito has Slattery with him 2-on-1. Marizito walking, shooting, scoring! Welcome to the party, Anthony Marizito. Wave that flag. It's 5-0.
Yeah, again, it's another pinch up here. The defenseman Vadyak pinches up. There's no forwards back to help out Burde, who's trying to do his best and defend a 2-on-1. Keel gets a piece here, and it just squeaks through. So East Islip 5-0. Maybe a timeout here if you're Connetquot. Settle things down and just get something going.
It definitely has them scratching their heads. This game is just, again, all East Islip. The last 5 periods have been. Jesse Burns now wanting to get in on the action. His shot ricochets off the top of the net. Esposito. Turning it over. Burns has the scoring touch. Seen him play down low on the power play. Can go on some scoring streaks as they try to go short side now in front. Save Keel, rebound. Sitting loose in front, trying to be turned on by Lafada. Taken away instead by Mercado. Jack Mercado over the blue line. Drags to the outside. Mercado stops, shoots, save McGovern.
Heads up.
Rebound, volleys back in front. Gray in search of it, can't get it. It's Burns. Trying to clear ahead for Marizito through traffic. Lafada pushing to Slattery. It's Wills. Back for Burns. Marizito now. Space, lets it go again. Another glove save for Keel.
Here we go. I'm sorry, Dylan. We're going to have a goalie change here. Noah Tolakowski's going to come in, the other fellow senior here. They're going to split the time in this contest here.
So Jack Keel going to exit this one on senior night. Get a nice ovation from the Connetquot Sayville crowd.
Yeah, not his fault on any of these goals by any means of the imagination. Plenty of defensive breakdowns, odd man rushes, nothing he can do about that.
Before we touched on the change, some 40 tapping just too far ahead for Fleischauer. Golden chance there for the Thunderbirds. Again, Vin, like you said, they just kind of shot themselves in the foot there.
Yeah. Prime opportunity to have an odd man rush, and instead now they got to try and dig this out.
Before the goal change, I was going to say the Marizito goal coming from Luke Lafada, so multi-point game for him. DeLucci now. Over for Tom 40. Touch pass to Connolly, but he turns it over. Anatra, nice move there through two T-Birds. Anatra now. Going wide over the blue line, Anatra. To the goal line, Anatra taking the hit. Having the puck swung around. Clark keeps it in, Anatra. At the goal line, Anatra to the net. Anatra backhanding on, kick save, Keel, rebound, rolling, and cleared out by the Thunderbirds. Daddario keeps it in just inside the blue line, but then it pops free to neutral. Anatra, not done. Getting around Tom 40. Now DeLucci, Anatra, circling, looking, over to Lena. He'll walk, he'll let it go, and it's blocked by Tom 40, but Clark in the slot pushes it wide. Magro draws a penalty here. He got tripped up. Wondering if it's going against Tolakowski. It looked like that's where Magro got tripped up.
No one's going to the box, and typically in that situation, somebody on the ice would have to serve, so that's why you see three guys there. Someone's got to get in the box here. I mean, 26. Fleischauer's number is up on the big board here.
Looks like it's going to be Tom 40 heading over to serve this. Now Burde winning this back, and Connetquot Sayville starting off on the right foot, clearing it down. Ryan Anatra will start it back up. Here comes Worst. Through the slot, Worst. Cutting around, looking for an option, sending it back up high for Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi walking to the circle. Over to Anatra. He walks in, he lets it go, blocked up high off the glass. Back down, Burns. As said, he plays forward on the power play, trying to center for Magro. That got broken up. Pops to Ferrazzi. Ferrazzi trying to go down low. Has it worked? Off his stick, now parked back in front was Magro. Mercado will clear this down.
And looking for that play in the high slot.
Halfway through the power play. Anatra. Carrying it himself, Ryan Anatra. Trying to come 200 feet, will get spun out wide. Anatra. Pass up high. Pinballs through. Not able to be kept in. Worst just outside the blue line. Hugged it, settled it down, moves over for Anatra, who now has to escape the clutches of Ethan Burde, and he takes him down to the ice.
Wow.
Ferrazzi backhands out to Anatra. He restarts, has Burns cutting to the net. Anatra walks, space, sending in front, poked wide. Another chance, wrapping, Keel hugs the post. Second chance, Burns. That one got pushed wide, I believe.
Net came off.
Net has come off, yes. Still 10 seconds to go on the power play. Christian Anatra still locked away in the box. for his misconduct. He's got about 2, maybe a minute and a half to go on that. It's Clark and Connolly. Connolly spinning away, looking for an exit route. Is not able to get it out. Lena over to Brody. He walks in, he shoots, and it got blocked wide. Clark, some 40 now onto the ice. Clark loses it. Lofted out to center. Lena almost turning it over. Tom 40. Now Connolly in, shoots, and a save for McGovern. And Jackson, Tom 40, is down. Now he's back up.
He's hurt.
But hopping off.
Oh boy.
Vin, how painful is it blocking a shot? I wouldn't have experience, but something tells me you have firsthand.
Listen, it takes a lot. It's, you know, it takes a lot out of you to do it. I mean, we see these kids do it, and we think it's just second nature. But you know, I haven't had the opportunity to play ice hockey at all. But I tell you for one thing, with roller hockey too, like just the sheer force of that thing and realizing you're gonna put your body in front of it, it takes a lot out of you.
Brent Burde in, shoots, he scores! The T-Birds are on the board, courtesy of Brent Burde.
Oh, you need that one if you're Connetquot here. Watch this right off the draw. It's a good, clean win. Back to DeLucci, and Burde is just going to take advantage of open ice himself here. Good pass. Wow, good job by DeLucci there. Gets in a little bit. Just the release there, and finds its way to the back of the net, and Connetquot's on the board here. Still a long way to go.
Now 5-1 hockey game. Brody walking and trying to respond. Save Tolakowski.
Yeah, really good save there.
Saw Sachem try to respond on Monday night, courtesy of their captain, Thomas Kankowski, and we really just saw it anger East Islip further.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big time save, Dylan, like you said. You're trying to get momentum back on your side a little bit here. You start off with the 1 goal, and you know, four isn't impossible, that's for sure.
No, certainly not. East Islip put up 5 in just under period and a half.
That's my point, yeah.
Very capable. As Burde picks up his first goal of the season. Maybe a jump starter. Marizito gets it around to Dario. Trying to step to it. Treco in search. There's Brent Burde pinning up his man LaFada in the corner. Swings around Keel, trying to muscle Burns out of the zone. Some help from Snyder, unsuccessful. Now DeLucci being hounded by Burns, who got the turnover and poked it off Tolakowski in front. Marizito had a chance, he couldn't let it go. Keel now almost got around Burns, but we get a whistle here behind the play. A cross-checking call coming against Anthony Marizito, just as Christian Anatra's released from the box.
Yeah, Tolakowski thought he had that puck the whole way. Instead, it found its way into the corner. And the actions behind the play as a result, we're going to get an East Islip penalty kill coming up here, and the T-Birds are going to look to get another one on the board.
Big power play upcoming. You can get one here early. Give yourself the rest of the second to try and close the lead further, but make it a 3-goal game going into the third. That'd make it a lot more interesting, as Jesse Burns just sent this one to the moon.
What goes up must come down here in the rinks in Hauppauge, New York, so.
Someone better get Bob Koch. I think there's a hole in his roof. T-Birds now going to work on the power play. Fly shower to Connolly, turning it over. Slattery makes a move around, but he's finally closed off by Mercado. Rescued by Vadyak. T-Birds the other way now. Fly shower over to Vadyak. He lets it go into the chest of McGovern.
Yeah, almost a dangerous play there at the blue line. Thankfully, the T-Birds able to close him off rather quickly and get right back up into the O-zone.
Which is exactly where Jesse Burns sent that puck.
Yeah, exactly.
Mercado now at the blue line, letting it go straight away off the glass. Burns, nothing light about that clear. Flies back into the zone.
There, whoa, hang on here.
Whistle here. Inadvertently whistled by the referee.
That shouldn't be down low, though. That should be at center ice.
It's going to be down low.
Oh.
Saw an inadvertent whistle last game, too.
That should 100% be at center ice.
The Thunderbird bench now trying to plead with the referee that it should be at center ice.
I don't blame him one bit.
They're not going to allow this. No breaks for the Thunderbirds here tonight. It's their senior night as much as it is East Islip's. But the love just not there.
Nope.
Oh, here comes a chance. Now Mercado has Birthday with him. Mercado lets it go. Nice stretching save by McGovern. Connolly keeps it in. Poked ahead to Slattery now. Turning it over to center. Vadyak couldn't pick it up. Slattery pinballing around. Now finally Connolly settling it down. He'll come in over the blue line. Connolly dropping for Flyshower. Flyshower back to Connolly. Backhand sending in front off the leg pad of McGovern. He covers up. 45 seconds to go on the power play. 2.5 to go in the period.
Got some 40 coming back on the ice here. Good sign. Still no Marchese either, Dylan. Must have maybe had a travel commitment or something.
Maybe. It's definitely a safe bet. We've seen it happen a lot here tonight. A majority of players missing from these games with their travel commitments. Definitely hurts, but see what the T-Birds can do in this last period plus.
Yeah.
Mercado now gets around worse. Mercado walking through the left circle, lets it go, and a save made by McGovern. $19 seconds now on the power play. One back. Mercado over to Vadyak. He winds, fires wide. Rebound taken by Lena. Vadyak keeping it in. Keel overskated it. Now it's sent all the way down. Will they blow the whistle? No, not this time. Power play expires. Back to 5-on-5. Mercado trying to get through Ferrazzi. He will end Magro, but turned over to Lena. Snaps it over to Worst. Andrew Worst gonna look for some space. Getting around Mercado, now into the zone. Worst through the circle, over. Nobody there. Ferrazzi from the corner. Sends it down low. Vadyak gonna carry out. Vadyak. Through center, Vadyak looking for Keel on the give. Turned over to East Islip. 3-on-1. Mercado vacating. Worst. Over to Magro. Passing his skates. Magro now snapping one back to the front. East Islip couldn't take it in. Here come the Thunderbirds with a minute to go. Keel outside. Fended off here by Brody. Ferrazzi picks up. He works through the hit. Anatra couldn't snap it ahead. DeLucci, side of the net, bounced out before it reached McGovern. Esposito lets it go. That one blocked by Brody. Penalty upcoming here against East Islip. Tolikowski to the bench. He only makes it halfway there.
Yeah, he'll get one in front there. That's Brody. So T-Birds going back to the power play here.
Insult to injury in a sense. Brody, a little limp heading over there.
Yeah.
But now right back on the power play with 36 seconds to go in the period are the Thunderbirds. Flyshower wins it back. Esposito has time. Passes over for DeLucci. Down to Tom 40. He tries to rescue it. It'll be Christian Anatra pinning it up, trying to get it out, and he will past Esposito. Christopher Esposito starting it up through center. Long pass, some 40. Coming in off sides. 6 seconds left in the period. Connolly just too quick to enter.
Yeah, not much going right for them tonight, Dylan. Just an off night all around for them. And You know, we had mentioned in the pregame that they were getting outshot in their prior meeting against Fort Melville at a point in time, but they were able to fight through it and get the win. So they got a lot of work to do here in this third period if they want to try and come back in this one.
Face-off gets wrapped around, and that'll wind the clock, finishing off the second period. Luke Ferrazzi, Anthony Marizito for East Islip, Brent Burde for the T-Birds bring us to 5-1 East Islip.
Yeah, another strong period by them. They were able to just come back and respond any chance that Connetquot Sayville had in that one, and you know, they've really stayed. The first period is really to their advantage. They set the tone with the 3 goals, and they haven't let off the gas at this point. And like I said, it's an uphill battle for the T-Birds in this final 15 minutes of play.
1 period left for Connetquot Sayville to try and come back. We'll take one final break, and then we'll finish up here on the LI Sports Network. Final 15 is underway here on the LI Sports Network. Dylan Flynn alongside Vinny Matula. I want to thank everybody for spending your Wednesday night with us, taking in Wednesday night doubleheader action. Game 2 of our doubleheader sees Connetquot Sayville trailing East Islip by a score of 5-1, but have a minute left on their power play, carrying over from the second. Thunderbirds possessing in the offensive zone. They let this shot go from Vajak. Deflected wide. Now Clark has some space. Clark letting a shot go from the circle, deflected high. Marizito takes this turnover. Walking into the circle, he lets one go into the chest of Tolakowski, who holds on for the save.
Yeah, good opportunity there for the T-Birds to get it up and out of the zone. Instead, it's an overskate, and they got a D-zone draw here.
Lafada gets taken down by Burde. This puck is cleared all the way down. It's no icing. It's East Islip sending it down inadvertently, but kind of working out as a clear, killing off more time. They'll send the opposite length of the ice. Now it's Tolakowski trying to play it. Lafada crashing down on him. Never made it there. Marizito now. Lafada in front. Makes a move. Backhand shot blocked away by DeLucci. Or rather, Lenahan. Maybe it was DeLucci. I don't know. It was somebody.
One of the
Lafada now. Taking the turnover. Walking and shooting and scoring. Luke Lafada, as the penalty expires, adds another to the lead. It's back to 5.
Yeah, here it is. It's hard work in the neutral zone. Just outworks Mercado for that puck here. He's got another man coming with him. That's Marizito, his Rebels teammate, but instead elects to take the shot. Beats the Van Tolakowski 5-hole. And the Chiefs back out 5 here.
Lafada's second of the game. 7th goal of the season. Again, coming unassisted, so not wanting much help on his scoring tonight. Some 40 now. Back to Brent Burde. Snap pass ahead. Connolly drags, spins, loses it. Some 40 trying to pick it up. He will for the moment. Connolly takes it away from Marizito. Connolly sitting at the blue line. Vajak loving it down, dropping back for Brent Burde, who has a wave of white in front of him. Lena up to Lafada. They'll get it deep. T-Birds trying to escape now. Fly shower. hustling through the neutral zone. Leaving the puck at the blue line for Connolly, who dragged it in off sides. So 16 goals in 6 periods for this East Islip team.
You said it before. How do you stop them?
Is there anybody else that takes your mantle of possibly the favorite to win the county right now?
You know, I'm a big fan of Kings Park's team so far this season. I think that's the one team East Islip has yet to crack this season. Other than Smithtown, obviously they've tied them twice, but as far as actually grabbing a victory, that's the only other team that they have. And we got a penalty coming up here.
Yeah, I believe for the hit on Clark, so it's going to go against the Thunderbirds. Interference.
Yeah, frustration's starting to set in a little bit here now. But to your question, Dylan, like you said, I mean, they've become so much more complete. You know, at first it was a little bit of just the offense. Now the defense is starting to really take to form now. You know, when you hold Thomas Kankowski and company to just 3 goals and you're scoring 10, like, you're going to win a lot of games.
This is one of the biggest lockdown defenses in all of Suffolk County. The East Islip Chiefs do possess that. They have the speed, they have the physicality. Zvadjak short-handed, carrying it all the way down to the East Islip zone. Anatra hustling back. That's the other thing is you see that play right there, up 5 goals. All their players commit to playing both sides of the puck.
Yeah.
Burns up to Farazi. Spinning, walking to the circle. He puts on net, kick save. Tolikowski, rebound cleared out. Anatra stepping to it. Spinning puck will be cleared all the way down.
The other thing I will say, Dylan, too, is that, like, a lot of this season has been obviously Ryan Anatra, Thomas Ivers. They've gotten most of the headlines, and rightfully so. But now you have guys, you mentioned this before, too. You have guys like Lucas Farazi now, Luke Lafada, Marizito.
Jesse Burns, whose shot is saved by Tolikowski.
Another one. The depth guys are starting to contribute at the proper time, and I think that makes a huge difference.
Ooh. Nice hand-eye coordination there from Mercado, deflecting the rebound off Burns' shot away from the net. They have gotten the contributions from all over. Magro's shot, he scores. Dominic Magro on his senior night, getting in on the action. 9th goal of the season.
I knew the roller hockey story would come in handy tonight, Dylan. This is, again, it's good puck movement. They're not forcing anything either, Dylan. It's good. It's great. And Nacho realizes here that Martin's a little lower, and Magro just takes the shot. It gets past Tolikowski, and now they're back up to a 6-goal lead now.
Magro from Slattery.
Hold on here.
Dominic Magro now in the box for unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't see anything after the. Maybe it was during our replay. Something might have happened.
There may have been something that we couldn't see, and also maybe couldn't have heard.
That's true too.
So, Connetquot Sayville now on their power play. Clark winds that one, fires, sent wide. Mercado now. Pass ahead. Vadjak not able to locate it. Penny turning for Worst. Andrew Worst kicking it to himself. Never had enough space. Vadjak now will turn it up. Martin over the blue line. Martin gets leveled.
Ouch.
Now in the corner, not doing much as Mercado's slap shot goes wide. Brody left it at the blue line, couldn't see it for a second, so Vadjak walking in, dropping. Snyder shoots, and it is in the body of Anatra. Snyder now around the net, turned aside by McGovern. Puck's still loose. Now here comes Worst. With Brody, Worst to Brody, he shoots, kick, save, Tolikowski. Brody spun down to the ice, he draws a penalty. Brody with some words for Ethan Burde.
He's in the mix of everything. He's still going.
Jack Mercado off to the box. Matthew Brody still not done.
Four's here for a little bit now.
42 seconds of 4-on-4. Connolly wanting to get some back. Cuts out through the right circle. Takes a spill. Leaves it behind. Jesse Burns now will come ahead. Burns with Marizito. Burns stops, drags, shoots one wide past the net. Burde will try to dump it. I believe he hit the linesman. He takes a spill just outside the blue line now. Long loft pass for Connolly with Burns back. Swatted away. Esposito keeping it in.
A penalty here.
Dominic Magro, one leg over the box. Gonna have to hold on. Roughing call here.
Oh, jeez.
Brian Slattery to the box. So one enters as one's about to leave.
Right.
Four on 3 to 4-on-4 for a minute 20 to 5-on-4 for 40 seconds, and then we'll hopefully eventually be back to 5-on-5.
See if the penalty parade takes a halt.
So I said the other night, if you're keeping score at home, I wish you the best of luck. Thunderbird trying to start the engines up through center. Pass over to Brent Burde, the lone goal scorer for Connetquot Sayville. Muscled off to the side by Ryan Anatra. He's in search of the puck now down in the corner. He'll swing it back around for Daddario. Tries to bank it up, Burns. Wanting to move ahead. Can't get past Vajak. Vajak, stick lifted. Loses it to Anatra. Gives it right back to Flyshower, who takes the bump from Burns. And now do we have another penalty upcoming here?
Jesse, yeah, probably the trip down low. So do you know why the whistle was blown there? Because I don't.
I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah.
You just... This has been an interesting night, to say the least.
Yeah, a little carryover from Monday, too. It's,
Lucky Charms was an ominous sign. There's nothing lucky about it.
No.
Get it out of here. Try Cocoa Pebbles next time. Maybe that'll work. So 5 seconds to go, and then it's 5-on-3 for Connetquot Sayville. Mercado released from the box. Snyder sending over. Here's a shot off the outside of the post. Mercado keeping it in, waiting, sending over for DeLucci. DeLucci. Snyder gets tied up and taken down. Flyshower throwing a hard hit on Brody, or Lafado rather. Works its way up to Vajak. He fakes a shot. Now will take it as it gets blocked up into the rafters. Will it make it to? No, it won't make it to the dot. I was going to say, is it going to be placed perfectly? We should just hockey 1, hockey 2, hockey 3 for the face-off.
I was going to say, if it, a little closer to Earth than that was to the moon, that one, but... How much did this team miss Matteo Marchese tonight, Dylan, in your opinion? I think it's pretty obvious how much that how much of a difference I think he would have
I'm
made
sure
tonight.
that they missed him, but, and this isn't a knock against Matteo Marchese. He's a phenomenal player,
Right.
the fastest skater in the league. Would one player have made that much of a difference?
That's a good point.
You got to look at what the goals are. Think about the Lafada goal that opened this. That's not something that Matteo Marchese can prevent. That's
True.
just
Yeah.
that's just a physical error. It's not mental.
Right.
It's Keel over skating. It's him not taking the puck on his stick.
True.
It's Jack Keel sliding and Lafada being right place, right time.
Of course.
Maybe they did miss him. Maybe it's, maybe you go into this game without knowing your captain's going to leave and being, a little down on yourself.
Right.
But to be, completely honest, I think he would have made an impact, not enough of an impact to erase 6-goal deficit.
I absolutely agree with you.
And you could argue the same thing for East Islip.
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
have Anthony Pepe. You don't have Thomas Ivers. That's plenty of reason to say, if we lost this game 2-1, there's why. But like they've done all season, they step up. Ferrazzi, Lafada, Magro, Anatra continues his hot hand. Jesse Burns has played good defense out there. Marizito is keeping the scoring going. Andrew Worst saved Tolikowski. East Islip's gotten contributions from everybody on the ice. They haven't looked back once knowing they were missing 2 of their best players as Tolikowski makes another save. Connetquot Sayville has a majority of their players here. They're missing, obviously, their captain, Major Loss, and Matthew Campanola, a big scorer in his own right. But to be down 7-1, some of the mistakes they've made just... There's not one person that's going to make a difference in that.
Yeah.
East Islip, on the other hand, now, as they're winning this game by a wide margin, they've now outscored their opponents 17-4 with 5 minutes still to go in this game. Ryan Anatra is just toying with the puck. They're so scary.
Yeah.
And they don't have Ivers. They don't have Pepe. If this team is full-fledged in the playoffs, right now they're my pick.
Yeah. The one thing I question for them, I think you'll agree with me, the one thing I question for them is discipline. Because the postseason, it brings us a whole other level to it, and I think you have to keep your emotions in check. Granted, you've mentioned the different contributions they've gotten up and down the lineup, but when you have a guy, if you have a guy like Jesse Burns go to the box, so you have 2 of your defensemen in the box at a point in time, that's a really tough loss to overcome, and you need those guys out there. So I think with them, it comes down to that for me. I think if they can keep a level head and play smart, I think they have a real good shot at winning this whole thing this year.
They absolutely do, and that's always been the biggest question mark for them because they figured everything else out. There's no holes in their game that I can see outside of the discipline issue, and it's what I address in the pregame every time because there's just nothing that they have to change. There's nothing that they have to fix. They're doing everything right.
Sure.
And the biggest thing, and the reason I think that these last 2 games have been so out of hand and so deflating for the opposing teams, if you will. Nice glove save, Noah Tolikowski. Happy senior night, 46.
He's played well since coming in net for them, I will say. He absolutely has played well for them, and the Chiefs continue to do their thing in the neutral zone. They've established that throughout the game, and it's a notch from great little move here, top of the circle, and ooh, give me that. Good save by the senior netminder.
And to finish the point as that shot whizzes by the head of Tolikowski. The goals that East Islip is scoring are just so deflating. They're such deflating goals. They're taking advantage of turnovers. They're capitalizing on mistakes. Some teams, you get away with it, and you can build momentum. You can boost through. It turns tides. If Luke Lafada puts that off the post or just doesn't get that, and Keel slides back, makes the save, whatever. If Ryan Anatra's goals aren't turned into points off mistakes, East Islip has made some mistakes.
Yeah.
but they've closed out.
Yeah.
Connetquot Sayville hasn't taken advantage of them.
Correct. Yeah, they're getting the timely saves from McGovern. He hasn't faced nearly as much action as Tolikowski or Keel have this evening. But again, it's finding those saves at the right time. Oh, we got a little bit of action going on now. Oh.
That is Daddario and...
Fleischauer?
Might be, yes.
Yeah.
East Islip fans letting them hear it.
I was just gonna say that's another reason why that crowd plays a lot. Like you and I can't speak for you specifically, but I know we both have played in decent sized crowds. We saw it firsthand last year. That makes a difference, man. That makes a big difference, especially when it's a tie game or when you're down in a game. To have that support behind you, that makes the world of a difference.
Yeah, it does. And if this is senior night, what is a couple weeks from now going to look like when it's win or go home?
Yeah.
It's playoff time.
When they got home ice, too.
They will have home ice. They might have home ice throughout. The road to Suffolk might run through East Islip.
Correct.
Again, what it takes. Finishing this win off here tonight. Winning their next game, which I'm looking up now, will come against Middle Country on Wednesday, February 1st. So 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
They win that, and Kings Park loses to either St. Anthony's, Middle Country, or Ward Melville, excuse me, who won tonight. East Islip will have home ice throughout.
Yeah.
And obviously we played neutral sites, and it's not the NFL, but getting that last change makes a world of difference.
Absolutely.
Especially when you have the likes of Jesse Burns, Christian Anatra, Colin Wills, Matthew Brody,
Lena,
Matthew Daddario. You can send those guys out against whoever you want. Good luck to the other 7.
Yep.
Another chance for East Islip. Worst in front. Ooh, shut down by Tolikowski. Logan Keel now. Takes a hit over the blue line. Pushing and shoving. Words exchanged with Daddario. Burns now walking around to the net. He scores! Jesse Burns finally scores on his senior night. Words for the Thunderbirds.
Boy.
This game is all but over.
Yep. Strong power move to the net there by him, and just gets the goaltender out of position, slides it home, and icing on the cake there. Discussion at the bench here with the coaches of East Islip.
With a minute and a half to go now, Anatra moving back in, sending one looking for Penny. Here's Wills, gonna let this one go wide. On Sunday, we'll have more varsity action. Middle Country taking on Northport Huntington. Battle of playoff positioning. Those two teams currently sitting 7 and 8. Middle Country, had they won tonight, would have had a chance to close out the playoffs. Eliminate Ward Melville, and then eliminate West Islip. But with that loss, it makes things a lot more interesting now. If West Islip can pick up a victory. West Islip will get their crack at Ward Melville right here on the LI Sports Network next Wednesday. Then they'll take on Northport Huntington, so they're going to mirror the Middle Country schedule coming down the stretch.
Yeah, that's a major, arguably the biggest game of the season as far as playoffs go between those two teams with West Islip and Ward Melville.
And then, like we said, Middle Country will meet Northport Huntington Sunday, and then this dangerous East Islip team 2 weeks from today. Close out their season. After missing the playoffs last year, trying to make it back. They're a team that can wreak havoc. Yeah. Strong goaltenders, never say die attitude. They're a team that just never seems to be out of it.
No.
They weren't out of it till the very end tonight. Clock has to hit zeros against that team.
Yep.
So it's going to be a lot of fun coming down the stretch.
Oh, gosh.
Brent Burde gets upended here by Matthew Brody. With this Connetquot Sayville loss, Northport Huntington has something to play for, as there's a nice save from Corey McGovern. If the Tigers can win Sunday, they'll move to within a point of Connetquot Sayville. Thunderbirds, after tonight, will play Northport Huntington to finish out their season. The Tigers will have 2 games in hand. So they'll play Middle Country. And then they'll take on Connetquot, Sayville, and West Islip to close it out, looking to improve playoff positioning. For now, East Islip has claimed victory on senior night. They take this one final of 8-1 and are now in first place in the varsity division.
Yeah, back-to-back games for the Chiefs. They win it by a touchdown. And just the first period was all theirs, and they never looked back from there. It was just setting the tone early on. They established the neutral zone, and really good job by Corey McGovern this evening as well.
Excellent job all around by East Islip. Connetquot Sayville now back to the drawing board. Try and build some momentum heading to the playoffs. As the teams shake hands, that'll do it for us here tonight on the LI Sports Network. Thank you, everybody, for spending your Wednesday night with us. On behalf of everybody here, Vinny Matula, I'm Dylan Flynn. We will see you next time on the home of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League.